Orlando, Florida. It's time to celebrate 25 years of spandex action.
That is not spandex.
It's Ranger Stop 2018. Join us for 3 days of more phenomenal fun. Check out the dealer's room, including a live demo of the upcoming Heroes of the Grid board game from Renegade Studios. Save the dance floor with the Heroes vs. Villains Ultimate Showdown Party. See amazing panels from fans and guests alike. And of course, meet your favorite Rangers in person. Here's this year's guest lineup: Austin St. John, Walter Emmanuel Jones, Audrey Dubois, Steve Cardenas, Karen Ashley, David Fielding, Mike Olaski, Romy J. Scharf, Sandy Selner, Peter Marie Rickson, Catherine Sutherland, Barbara Goodson, Nikia Baris, Christopher Kamen Lee, Selwyn Ward, Tracy Lynn Cruz, Patrick David, Sean C.W. Johnson, Michael Copon, Jessica Ray, Anne Marie Crouch, Lee Ming Hu, Mike Ginn, Andrew Gray, John Mark Loudermilk, Azim Risk, Sierra Hanna, Christina Masterson, Cameron Jebo, Brennan Mejia, Yoshi Sidarso, Peter Sidarso, and for the first time ever, 2 actors from the Japanese Super Sentai, Yuta Mochizuki and Reiko Chiba. So join us for Ranger Stop 2018, taking place at the Holiday Inn Suites across from Universal Studios, November 9th through 11th. Head to rangerstop.com for more information and to purchase your passes. 25 years later, it's still Morphin' time.
Superhero time starts now.
Hi, I'm Valerie Vernon, and you are listening to Ranger Recap.
And welcome back to the Ranger Recap, the only Power Rangers podcast to ask the question, are you trading in your cape for a poncho?
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes I hate being right.
You know, a poncho would be very comfortable in this weather right now.
Yeah. Well,
yep.
Anyway.
Yeah. People are already saying around here that it's cold just because it dropped 60 degrees. I said, we're just getting warmed up.
Oh!
Give him a minute. Give him a minute. Oh, I get it.
I got it.
Took him a minute.
No, you want to talk about warming up? Hey, hello, down here. The one place that's still in the 90s.
Oh, shut up.
No, trust me. I'm not bragging. I'm complaining. I wish it were cooler down here. Fuck this.
You know what, John? Since it's officially illegal, cool weather and legal pot.
Oh, and you were the one who were talking about the pot jokes last night.
No, not for me. For you.
I'm saying you're the one who didn't want to bring it up last night.
Well, that's one way to chill.
Very true. Very true.
Not wrong. Before we, first let's get your introductions out of the way.
Yeah, I'm Easy Rider. That hot, bewildered, bedeviled bastard is the Shades, and that snarky Canadian over there is Matty Jay.
Anyway,
and of course, by my snarkiness earlier, I was saying you should think about it, but that's just.
Oh no, I got what you were saying. Oh, don't get me wrong, I know what you were saying. Anyway, before we get into the couple of minor non-Ranger announcements here, RVT announcements, as you might have saw from our chat bot earlier, we have a merch store now. We've kind of been showing this off a little bit here and there, but we do have a merch store. Also, by the way, thank you, Evan Hunter and Adiac, for the host. But we have a merch store now, so if you want guys yourself some sweet RVT swag, you can check out the link in the description or type in !merch for the link. So, yeah, buy the shirt!
Buy the shirt!
The preceding announcement has been paid for by the Riffing World Order.
I told you something this tough, them t-shirts, brother.
Yeah. Also, I'm working on some new stuff. Speaking of Twitch chat, I'm working on some stuff for the chat bot. Some mini games I'm working on. Right now, I can't really implement much because there's not enough people really to set up what I want to do. But you can find out what your hero level is if you type in !power in the Twitch chat. It's still a little broken, so the ranks aren't quite set up yet. But once I get that fixed up, you guys will know your ranks, and who knows, maybe we can have some fun with that later on.
Great, another reason for the chat to compete.
Nah.
Yeah.
First the riddles, then the memes, now this.
Oh, of course. Hey, it's still interaction. And chat.
Audience participation!
What we do best.
Yipper.
And don't worry, you don't have to do anything specific to get to increase your power level. You just have to watch the streams, though you can get bonus points for stuff like follows, subs, gifting subs, or donations. So gives you a little idea of what you can do to have some extra points to work with. But that's for later. Now let's get to actual current topics here. We do have a couple of news stories to go over here. I'm gonna start. We're gonna do something light. We're gonna do something fun because. But here's the kicker. While there's no Power Rangers news, there's actually some American Toku news. 2 stories, in fact.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, no worry, we'll save that for later. We'll get a chance to warm up with some good stuff. I have some good news to report. Because...
What did I miss?
Well... You know what? One of the biggest problems with Shout Factory and getting those DVDs, they're so goddamn expensive, right? $50 for a full DVD set. Yes! Well, apparently Shout Factory has heard your complaints and has given you an option. As the website TV now offers several seasons of Super Sentai as part of their free streaming service. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything to sign up. The only thing you have to deal with is there's some ads on there, but with it, you can watch, right now they have from Jew Ranger all the way up to Go-Go 5 available to view.
And I can confirm this since I am Canadian. It is available in Canada as well.
Yes.
Awesome.
And the sources have checked. Toku, I checked with Toku Nation. This is the site I got this from. They confirmed with Shout Factory this is legit. This is a perfectly legal site to watch this. So there you go. Heck, we could even use this for future Toku riffs now.
Hey, there's an idea.
And there's an idea also. It's not just Super Sentai. They got some Ultraman, and they got Ultraman 80 in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, classic.
But that's the good news. Now, actually,
I believe it's also on VRV. I can't be sure though, but I heard some rumblings that it's also on VRV, another free streaming service.
I think a couple of them are on VRV. And unfortunately, VRV just kind of lost a lot of its luster because of the recent announcement that Funimation is no longer partnering with them. Which, by the way, fuck you, Sony. Fuck you, Sony.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Yeah. Now,
but you got options. You got options to watch legal tokusatsu in the United States of America.
For FREE as well, which is awesome.
Yes, that is really awesome. Now, here Krista brings up an interesting question, which brings us into our second news topic. Will they put Kamen Rider on it? Well, that was my thing, but I'll let you introduce the topic at hand. Yeah, because for this second story, I'm going to bring up somebody who I don't think we ever suspected we were actually going to talk about in a legit capacity here on the recap. Because
Toku faithful, we looked the devil square in the eye and we blinked.
Yes. Because
that's a good way to put it.
Yes, because for the first time ever on the recap, we are going to be discussing one of the most infamous names in the tokusatsu industry, Shinichiro Shirakura.
He's history's greatest monster.
Whoa! Is that the button?
That was the button.
Nice.
Wow. Wow, okay.
Normally we like to bash Shinichiro Shirakura as much as people like to bash Yamcha and DBZ. But I'll let Shades explain.
Yeah. For once, we may actually have to give him a sliver of credit. Not much, but a sliver. Allow me to explain. Recently, Shirakura was on Twitter talking with people, and someone asked him about the viability of bringing Kamen Rider back to the States. And at first, Shirakura said exactly what you would expect someone like him to say, that there was really no viability for it. However, after a humongous backlash from the American fan base,
including the three of us,
we apparently got his attention. And he actually clarified his statement and added a little bit more, basically stating the reason for his belief that Kamen Rider wasn't viable in the West was actually legitimate. They've tried twice to adapt Kamen Rider in the West. And while one of them was legitimately good, because of how it was handled, it failed as well. Regardless of the actual quality of the show, it didn't do very well viewer base wise because, well, Onari for kids. So, to any businessman, something like that would say, yeah, this isn't working. We're not doing this again. But that was how long ago? That was almost a decade ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
2009, if I'm correct.
Yeah, and that's what makes it interesting because they tried it twice. One was a shit show. The other one was for kids.
Yeah, and the backlash from his comment actually got him to say, okay, well, adapting it failed, but we're gonna look into seeing if we can just directly import it to you guys. They didn't specify how yet because this was just like, this came out of nowhere for him. But he did say that he's going to look into this and see about bringing Kamen Rider directly instead of adapting it. So, honestly, this could be huge. Could be. Let's not get our hopes too high here, but this could be huge. We could actually see something akin to the Shout Factory DVDs for Super Sentai, but now with legally available Kamen Rider. And I'm not talking Amazon's.
Yep.
Like, this could be on Amazon Prime, God forbid. It could be, God forbid, it could be on Tubi TV.
I think the show and the streaming service, I think Amazon Prime's a bad idea.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll explain later.
No, I do agree with Easy.
I'm just throwing ideas. Maybe Crunchyroll, you know?
Again, I'll get to that later.
Crunchyroll stated that trying to get work with Toei has been a nightmare because they apparently charge out the ass for their license. So, also
some of the fans have been assholes about it, and you know what? Fuck them for being hostile towards them. But again, I'll explain later. Let Shades finish because I got a tirade to go on.
Oh, I'm sure you do. But admittedly, one of the cool things about this was that with this backlash, while it could have been easy as fuck for us to jump down Shirakura's throat and rip him a new one, given who he is, the backlash was actually very well handled. And I think that's what got Shirakura's attention. I think we all expected a nightmare, just pure on rage from the fan base. And while they were legitimately pissed off, from what I've heard, they were very respectful about the whole situation. I think they knew they had to do this right.
You say that, John.
There's going to be assholes, but from what I've heard, as a whole, it was handled a lot better than it was expected to be.
I'm proud of some of you Toku faithful for going in the right way and pleading your case to them. Others of you, and I won't name names here, some of you flew off the handle and made total asses of yourselves, making me and the fandom look bad in the process. Dude, slow your roll. I mean, like I said yesterday, cooler heads prevail. Don't go. You know, you should hate Shirakura, for some of the stuff he's done, but insulting him is not going to get the job done.
No, it is not. And we've said that, we will be more than happy to rip him a new one on these streams any day of the week, but that doesn't mean we're going to threaten him. That doesn't mean we're going to attack him verbally. We're just going to call him out for his bullshit. That is what we do.
All I said was me, my friends, the Toku faithful, my fans, because I consider my fans friends to an extent, Beg to differ, good sir. That's all I said.
Yeah.
I didn't say, fuck you, Shirakura, bring it up stateside. I was polite. Granted, I was a little riled up on the Discord, and my fans can back that up. I was a little riled up. But when I cooled down and gave it some thought, John is right.
You slept it out / worked it out with it, and, let your rage out at some poor unhapless newbie.
But nonetheless, and no, actually, Bio Deshinta was just as respectful as anybody, though, and he laid out a very big plan for what he thinks could work for this kind of setup.
Oh, I love Deshinta's plan. For those who didn't read his tweet, basically, for those who didn't hear, Just Beyond is actually coming stateside. I know, Metal Hero in the United States on DVD. Shock. But the point is, that might be the route to go. So, wrapping it up, John?
Yeah, I think I've said my piece. Should I prep the rage alarm?
No. Not rage. Not rage. Well, this is more of a soapbox for me. I can't believe I'm doing the soapbox.
Wow.
I don't have the newer soapbox, but I have the old one.
I don't need it.
You can still hit it.
I'd have to pull it up here real quick. There it is. Okay. Again, like I said earlier, I'm proud of you guys for stating your case and stating that your love for Toku and Kamen Rider to Shinichiro Shirakura. Lord knows we hate that guy with a burning passion, but at the same time, you got to respect him because he's running the show. He's pulling the strings right now. Sometimes you got to make a deal with the devil. That being said, everyone's saying that he's saying that the adaptation thing cannot work. And I agree. Adaptations are not going to bring Kamen Rider stateside. That's done. But then I had another thought. Then a few other people said that adaptations can work. I say not yet. We've got to open more eyes. We got to break the stereotype of, oh, it's just Power Rangers. We've got to break that cycle, people. And the only thing I can suggest is keep doing what you're doing. You think I'm doing Toku time for my health? The point is, go at it calmly. The point is the thing, like as Deshinta pointed out, I think that's the best way to go. Don't make a big media circus out of it because, like I said, unless Kamen Rider somehow finds a way to tap into that mainstream like Power Rangers did, there's very little hope of it to flourish over here stateside. I mean, I hate to admit it. I love all my Toku faithful around the world, but we're a very niche fandom. It's going to take time for us to grow. And that's the key word here, time. So patience is a virtue. Don't go bug. Now that you know Shinichiro Shirakura can tweet in English, of all things, I know, shock. Don't bug the man. You know what? I can sum this up in a great line from Anchorman. Shinichiro, I just want you to know, deep down, I purely, deeply hate you. But God damn it, do I respect you. Simply put, folks, we've got our foot in the door. Let's not.
We've made our voices heard.
Yes. His English wasn't very good, but we could still make out exactly what he said. It was clear as day. I read the tweets myself directly from his Twitter. I know what he said. The foot's in the door. Let's not bum rush it.
The point is, he knows we're here. We've made our voice heard. We will not be silenced. We will be heard. But the point is, we've got to go about this calmly. So all I can say is keep doing your part.
Indeed.
This
Support
will
Toku
take time.
legally, cosplay to your heart's content. Express your own thoughts on tokusatsu in your own way, shape, or form. But
that's what we're doing here.
Exactly. The point is, keep going. One day at a time, folks. One day at a time.
Lady K just piped up here. As the saying goes, all good things come to those who wait.
Exactly. Patience is a virtue. I know a lot of you are being impatient right now. And before I wrap this tirade up, because Matty, you brought up streaming services earlier. Let me tell you that streaming services aren't going to work. Amazon Prime, Amazon's. Apparently it didn't do that well because, well, we're not getting more shows on Amazon Prime. Apparently Amazon's didn't do that well. I mean, it speaks for itself right there. And besides, not the first show I would have brought stateside.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch that expecting all of Kamen Rider to be that bloody and gory, prepare to be disappointed.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a blessing in disguise that didn't work out because, that would have set a very bad precedent.
Yeah. What about Crunchyroll? Need I remind you what just happened with all the Ultra series they just dropped? I love Crunchyroll, but it's not a viable option right now. It's just not, folks. It's just like I brought this up on Twitter, and I'm going to bring it up here for those who didn't see it, but I know we got a ton of Ultra series on Crunchyroll, but the difference here is that Ultraman is ingrained in our minds, in our pop culture. It's been parodied, it's been homaged, it's a joke here stateside. Much like Godzilla. It's like every time you see a giant or something, it's like, oh, Ultraman, or some giant dinosaur. It's Godzilla! You immediately think to that. It's stitched in our minds.
People look at Kamen Rider and go, hey, look, it's numbered Power Ranger.
Yeah, that's the problem. We're going to have to find a way to break that stigma, and it's really not going to be easy, because even with as good as Kamen Rider Dragonite was, people thought it felt, like looking at it felt like a slightly more mature Power Rangers. There's really...
Yeah, I give Steve Wang all the credit in the world for trying, but... Yeah, you're right.
It's a very big, and because they're so alike to the point where they've crossed over together so many times in Japan, it's going to be very hard to break that stigma. But it can be done if we give it time.
Also, another thing brought up by Deshinta that I think I have to say here. The next Kamen Rider thing we need to bring over, can it not be one of Shirakura's egotistical wet dreams? Ryuki.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be hard. I know that's asking for the impossible, but you kind of got to admit that Ryuki is kind of his. I don't want to say. Well, there's a word. I don't want to say it here, but it's kind of Shirakura's baby. But I'm gonna say horribly deformed baby. Like, you ever see Basket Case? Kind of like that. Actually, it's more like a deformed Siamese twin. But, it's kind of like that. It's like, those are some good options in the chat. I love what you guys are saying, but I don't know. Those are a little too old. I think they'd go with something a little fresher. But, again, the adaptation thing, not now. All I'm going to say is, do you really want a shitty Netflix original Kamen Rider adaptation? I thought not. Death Note, anyone?
Oh.
Exactly. Do you really want that on Netflix? Do you really want a god-awful Kamen Rider adaptation on Netflix with someone who has no idea about the source material?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah, that's another thing. If you're going to adapt Kamen Rider over here, you've got to get someone who knows the source material. Like Steve Wang. Again, not the best product. It's not perfect, but he knew what the hell he was doing.
He made something was like in some ways better than Ryuki.
Oh, I agree. So yeah, it's just the first step towards a journey. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, folks. And this week we took that step. So
Indeed, agreed.
I can't wait to see where we go from here.
Anyway, I think we've said all we need to say about this. let's just say this was news that needed to happen eventually. And now that it's happened, we wait and see what happens next. We will be keeping a very close eye on this, especially since this could very well affect the future of some of our own shows.
Yeah.
We kind of have to keep an eye on this one, but I think we've put it off long enough. Are we ready to get to the episode?
We might be using that Tubi streaming service sooner than you think.
I know, right?
Hey, there you go. Yeah, we could.
Right?
We could.
It's very well possible, but let's get to the episode here.
Must we?
I know we don't want to, but we have to. Yeah. The episode title alone, while not exactly immediately red flags, does give me a little bit of a concern.
Hey, I had to see
Makes me fake.
last week's episode again, so I don't want to hear it. Kids watched it earlier.
No, they didn't watch the new one.
Wait, the kids watched last week's episode?
I don't think so, but they were watching Super Ninja Steel, which, like, the first half of it's up on Netflix now, which they got that out fast.
I know, right?
That was cool.
Hey, Netflix. Hey, Netflix, where the hell's that post same next day after it airs deal like you were promising with the CW?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still waiting on that. I hate to hunt down torrents of this week's episode of The Flash and Arrow. I mean, watch it on the app. On the app. The app is what I meant.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Anyway, let's get this going here, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you have your episode loaded up from whatever legal resources available to you. Let's get this going. Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, episode 17. Happy to be me. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Happy to be me, huh?
Sounds like a Raffi song.
All right.
So, it sounds to me like the end of the. It sounds to me like this is going to get guest star Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch as the girl that kicks everyone's ass and goes, "It's all about me."
That would make this episode better, honestly.
Come on, Matamodius and disarm her. Come on, it'd be awesome.
Also sounds like it's gonna, or well, it could have been. Well, I believe they were gonna call it "It's Gonna Be Me," but they couldn't get the in sync rights.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Actual continuity follow up. What's this?
I know, right?
Ooh.
What trickery is this? Why does this general sound like Woody Allen? I'm gonna destroy the Rangers. Just ask Sun Yi. Wait, what? What? Who wrote that rule?
Where did that coming up? Are we sure we were out watching Ninja Storm, not Ninja Steel?
Matty Modius is pulling a Lothar. You're just pulling these rules out of your ass.
Seriously?
You didn't even sit up first.
I mean, in all fairness, she's the one who fixed the freaking Super Ninja Star gimmick at the beginning of the freaking season.
Still, though, you wait till this long in the show to drop that little nugget?
Speaking of dropping things out of nowhere, new mode for freaking out of nowhere, no reason for it to exist. Whoa!
And there we go.
Levi, he's gonna make $1 million.
He turned into Harvey Firestein. Oh, I'm the Gold Star Ninja Steel Ranger. I'm so good.
Dang nabbit.
You know, that's actually a clever idea. Oh, God, I'm turned into Woody Allen.
Call it now. He's got a concert coming up and he needs his voice back. Call it now.
Yeah.
Come on. With the way this guy's writing these episodes, that's practically a given.
Also, anyone else getting Time Force flashbacks here?
Oh, God.
Like when that monster stole Eric's voice to use the Q-Rex?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So we had Ninja Storm and the villain, something inspired, I guess you could say, by Time Force. Oh boy!
How sad is
Oh
it that
boy,
I
oh
actually
boy.
miss Lothar? I take Lothar over Matamodius right now.
As goofy as he was, he had competent plans every once in a blue moon. You know, broken clock, broken clocks at least right twice a day.
Exactly. Oh, and Sarah instinctively knows this.
Seriously, someone give Mr. Levi a lozenge.
I'm trying to think of a button to counteract this stupidity, but nothing's coming to mind.
I can't think of one either, actually. That's a that's
All I
a
can think of
conundrum.
is the Billy Madison button, but I don't think we have that.
Oh, the stupidity one?
Yeah.
I mean,
Everyone in this room, in this chat room, is now dumber thanks to that, Sarah. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Also, wow, Levi actually had a good idea. You guys can do you can do magic, right? Fix this.
Oh, and then there's these two
thinking about-
assholes to make it even worse.
Wow, you guys are actually late.
Victor!
At least he doesn't sound like a roided out Thurston Howell from Gilligan's Island, Victor.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Ha! Okay.
oh, here we go.
Shoving it back in their faces. I am okay with this.
I like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we'd like to call a harmless rib.
Right now, Monty's going, give my plaid jeans to Renee Young.
Let's see.
Patience, man. Jesus.
Murder.
Jeez, you're more impatient than the fans wanting Kamen Rider over here in the West. Zing!
Hello.
Please, I just don't know if I can handle the voice here or not.
Yeah, hickory dickory dack.
Spell backfires in 3, 2, 1.
One and
Wait for it. You chibi-tized him.
Call! Oh, hold on. Yeah, pick up the phone because we just
Called it.
Oh my God, you turned him into that kid from Modern Family. Or not Modern Family, the middle. I don't know. I don't watch ABC crap.
middle. Oh, that yeah. One
Now
more
he can be
spell.
one of the little rascals.
Right, one more spell. Oh my God, my voice is even worse now.
Oh my God.
have-
KR36 is right. They're pulling a season 3 Power Rangers.
Oh no,
Also-
you're right.
Also, turning Rangers into kids. Anyone else feel like we're watching a certain Lupot episode?
I know, right?
Dude, Brody,
That's cold.
that was mean. And
It
Red
was
Bud-
cold as ice.
Wow, Levi actually has a more sinister voice than the guy's original voice.
No, seriously, I sound as smooth as a baby's bottom.
Oh boy. If only we could do something about his voice.
Indeed. Also, we've got 2 people who've broken in the chat.
Well, our work here is done.
What do you mean your work here is done? You didn't do anything at all.
Didn't we?
Oh, I forgot about this fucking thing.
You're gonna be crushed by a Zamboni. Tell me where Francis is, or you're gonna die in 5
minutes. You're gonna be crushed by Godzilla-sized Zamboni. No, you know what it is? Death by power, Zamboni. And this is what a coincidence. Hockey season just started.
Hey.
And there you go. They're already losing.
Yeah. Also,
But
I think the chat needs this. Adek! There. That'll wake him up.
And they're already out of the Megazord. Well, still a better start than the Ottawa Senators. Hi-oh!
Oh! Aw, dang it. This show could have been halfway over by then if he had squashed him.
Oh, Jesus.
See that, folks? That's the ban hammer on 1%.
Yeah.
Wow, this show has literally gone into the trash. There, it's official.
There it is. Child bullies. And this is where I take my leave for a few minutes because the cringe will be too strong. Also, laundry.
Yeah, well, at least I don't look like a bloated Anakin Skywalker from episode 1.
Yeah, right. This is what my
Damn.
Yep. Wow. Levi's getting to meet a young Wendy's before she becomes a savage meme tweeter. Sorry, LT. Mm-hmm. Also, I hope to God those are clip-on earrings.
And of course, she just happens to like one of Levi's songs.
Oh my God! Oh, and the stars align. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not stars. That's bullshit. Mm-hmm. Oh, and bullshit aligns.
Well, I can't exactly try explaining to her that he's Levi Press. You're gonna have a hard time with that.
I would have been a little blasé about it. It's like I get that a lot. I'm a Levi fan. I was like, oh, I get that a lot. Show started, Blue. No, you cannot send in a recap comment.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ.
Oh, God. Now Victor and Monty are Breaking Bad. We're here to make some blue sky meth.
We got to cook, Monty.
Yep, we got. Does this mean one of you is going to have to shave your head?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, the school is in on the rib.
Now this is my kind of school bullying, right, John?
Yeah, dude. I got one thing to say for that principal to Victor and Monty.
Gonna need a sensu for that one.
Woo-hoo. Yes, JC, please meme the shit out of that.
Yes,
Please.
I want to see some Victor and Monty Breaking Bad memes.
That is the can of audio whoop-ass we're about to open on this episode.
Oh my God, Matty! I just realized what this thing really sounds like. It sounds like that creepy ass puppet on that Riff Tracks live short.
Oh,
One before Sharknado 2.
Yes.
Ugh,
Oh,
that thing
God.
still creeps me out.
Oh no. Oh. Now I feel bad for Levi. That's a fate worse than death.
Yeah. Somewhere, Udana and the rest of the Mystic Force Rangers look at this magic, roll their eyes, and do the jerking off motion.
And Chip, having become a wrestling fan, just is doing the crotch chop ad nauseum.
Yep. I'm human again. I'm normal. Human, yes. Normal, no. You'll never be that. We had a meeting in the conference room 10 minutes ago. There was cake! Cake! What kind of cake? Carrot cake. Oh, I'm glad I missed it. Stop taking my hand!
The next time you take my hand, I'll ask where the hell you think you're going.
Never argue with a guy with a giant cannon mounted on his head.
Also, I just realized I recognize Mega Mauler's voice. That's fucking Fury.
Of course it is.
If you're not careful, you're gonna get these hands.
Gahoo! That's good timing. Also, we found a contemporary use for Preston's magic. It's about time.
Yeah, right?
Gotta love that above shot. Hey, a new form for Levi and what?
It's stock footage, so I'll let it go.
Stock footage? Where's the Merca footage? No, this is still stock footage.
Most of this is probably going to be stock footage, because, yeah.
As long as they don't play a crappy Clint Eastwood Good and the Bad and the Ugly parody, I think we'll be just fine. God damn it! I jinxed it.
You walked into that like a rake, sir.
Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob.
Also, Brody, if you say epic one more time, I'm going to pretend I'm going to tear off your arm and beat you with it.
If you keep saying epic, then Braun Strowman's gonna make him get these hands. Oh, it's not the best Braun Strowman I could pull off, and I apologize.
It's all right. Superstar Supercharge sounds like a WWE event.
Sure, right?
Jesus, that sounds like the third one in Saudi Arabia, if you ask me.
They never learn, do they?
Now, if there's a dump truck full of money at their house, at Vince's house.
Wow, that's actually, the villains are actually worse than keeping their hands on collectible items than the heroes are. Good to know.
Wow.
I would love to know how they vote on these things like that, because the audience reaction is always the same generic. Oh, do you text to vote on this? Can you vote online? Can you vote on your phone? Can you vote on an app? What? So confused.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm overthinking it just because I'm completely and utterly bored.
That's this series in a nutshell, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, Levi, how about you use that new form in the cockpit? Ah, forget it.
Oh, they like, say Epic again. I dare you. I double dog dare you, motherfucker. Say Epic one more goddamn time.
Oh no, this giant steamroller can't go over a couple pieces of freight. I don't know.
Video game logic, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Oh,
I don't know what thing is. Oh, here we go.
And I think we're about to have a little case of Deus Ex Machina.
Getting some mileage out of that.
Uh-huh.
Ninja Blaze Ultra Zord. Well, at least it lives up to its name. It is a monstrosity.
Yeah.
Oh, now he can go over it. Now he can go over it as soon as they put all the
God.
robots together.
So what have we learned here, ladies and gentlemen? The solution? It's a not Megazord at all.
Yep. I don't know what's more useless, that giant steamroller or the R gun in Contra. It stands for rarely helpful. And the creators of Ben-Hur rise from their grave, give this show the finger, and go back to cinema heaven. Rocket Punch.
And somewhere you can hear Spade Ace screaming in rage.
Yep.
Well, at least
He was probably using that Rachel Scarce Boris Hapless guy over at the Hollow Scream gimmick.
Oh, yeah, you use the sword. I got to go out there and look cool because I'm the red, and that's what I'm all about. You know what? Gold gets to use the shotgun. I'm not going to complain that much.
Nah, it could be worse.
Yeah. And if they're actually going to use a fiery finisher, then yeah.
So what was Brody doing on top? He didn't do any fucking thing.
Raising.
Oh, God, on top. I see where the phrasing. Indeed, phrasing.
Any relation to Michael Weston from Burn Notice?
Ooh.
I didn't think so. Oh, wow. What? You know, I'm going to give you that one.
You know?
That was clever. I'm going to give you that one. I wouldn't play ball with that. Gold is very, very heavy.
Oh, they're gonna shut the boys up.
Oh, hi, fat Jake Lloyd. What? Fuck those kids.
Oh, nice kick by the girl.
Damn!
Oh no!
I think they got their. I think they. Oh, I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! My gaydar has been up since episode 1. I knew it. Now kiss. Well, we've always wanted to see Victor and Monty get down and dirty.
Oh!
I gotta hit this.
Funny joke.
God damn it.
You know, I'm okay with this.
Oh, hashtag Victor and Monty did nothing wrong.
I was just thinking that.
No, they did something wrong. They were teasing the loss of voice, and they got roped in, hook, line, sinker.
That's karma. That's karma.
It's karma, baby.
Oh God.
All right, boys. Let's rate this bitch.
Easy, John.
Yes.
Chat, if I may. Boring.
Boringly executed, I agree. But I kind of like the setup.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a good plan. The villain had a good plan.
You did.
The villain had a good plan. The ending had a decent payoff, like the last few minutes of the show.
I still would have liked it if the bullying kids got their comeuppance in some way, shape, or form. But what are you gonna do?
They're trying to preach the whole message of, just because they're bullies doesn't mean you should hate on them too. Sometimes all a good bully needs is a friend.
Yeah, I guess.
And sometimes a good bully needs a foot up the ass.
Yep.
Though at this point, I think it's safe to say that the boys were impressed by the girl with the with the kick. That look at that, it's a 30 uprights and it's good. 3 points for the which is the city's football team again?
No clue.
Also, okay, I'm gonna call the chat out here real quick because, wow, you guys are harsh. Now, was this a great episode? Fuck no.
Hardly.
Orange Ranger called it worst episode of Ninja Steel. I kind of have to disagree with that.
We've seen the worst episode a few episodes ago, believe it or not.
That series isn't even over yet.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think it was that bad. It wasn't good, but it wasn't that bad. Again.
Also, Matt Strider Blue, worst. Did you say worst, Matty? My God, this has got to be the worst episode of Ninja Steel I have ever sat through. I see you.
Yeah. No. Okay, guys. We're not saying this was good. I've pretty much written this series off at this point, and I think most of us have. But here's the thing. We look at these episodes individually. I let these episodes stand on their own merits. When we get to the end of the series, you better believe I will be ready to rip this series a new one. It has too many problems to ignore. I'm not denying that for a fizzing minute. But we have to give each episode a chance to prove itself. And again, while this episode wasn't great, it wasn't exactly the worst episode. I give you 2 words for that. Fart jokes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know what? This episode didn't have any toilet humor in this episode. That immediately bumps it up a letter grade for me.
Agreed.
Because that is the laziest of the lazy man's humor, and I hate it.
Agreed.
So, and again, this was a good premise. swapping the voice and using the power for your own nefarious purposes. That's clever. That's a clever thing that I don't think has been done in the Sentai for a while. So you know what? I give them credit. They usually do they would have done a body swap episode.
I think the biggest sin that this episode has, at least to me, I said it, I was bored with this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the action was like there was
not equal good episode. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. The setup was great, but the execution was just awful.
Yeah.
Because the voice is gone and there's no way. He didn't even try to morph until he got his voice back. It was just assumed that he couldn't morph.
Well, I think that's the biggest complaint I have is like out of nowhere, they finally say, "Oh, these are voice activated." When the mother-loving flies did that become a thing?
Also, I just thought of another huge problem. Now you decide to use the biggest combo mech of all, the Ultra Zord, in a fucking filler episode. Where's the storyline? Where's and I know I'm probably setting myself up for next week, but where the hell is the Mick heel turn? Hell, where's Sledge? Weren't we promised Sledge?
You know what? I was just talking to my daughter about this yesterday. I was just, because she started watching that and saw that cameo by Sledge, and I'm like, yeah, funny enough, you don't see him again for the rest of the series. Exactly my point. Why? You know, they made such a big fucking deal in the trailers about Sledge coming back, and he did fucking nothing!
Yeah, he didn't even show up in Dimensions in Danger, which would have been a perfect reason to bring him back.
It would have been perfect for him.
Yeah, I can't believe this. I'm breaking down. Where's Sledge? Where's Sledge? Where's Sledge? Where's Sledge? Where's Robo Knight? Where's Robo Knight?
Nice.
Robo Knight!
You don't say
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Why do I want to suddenly get a small action figure of Robo Knight and go to a street fight with it all over Ranger Stop now?
Yeah, and it spills over into Andrew Gray's booth.
Yes!
There's another one, KR. Where's Brody's dad? Where's Brody's dad? Where's Brody's dad? Where's Brody's dad? Where's Robo Knight?
Where's Robo Knight?
Okay, the general consensus here, Master Rider Blue, is we have to watch these episodes week after week. We have to suffer through these. So sue us for trying to dig through the mound of shit to find a kernel of gold.
Exactly.
'Cause that's what we do every week. When we see something funny or hilarious, like the whole comparing Victor and Monty to Walter and Jessie from Breaking Bad, that's us trying to polish this turd. So give us a break.
Hey, our job is to make this shit you watch funny.
And I'd say we do a pretty damn good job of that, all things considered.
If Chip Lynn just wandered in out of nowhere and saw us lampooning his work, he's like, "What are you guys doing? Helping. We're making it better."
Yeah, what are we doing? Improving what you created. Thank you, Sailor. Brody's dad is probably wherever Tyler Steele is right now.
And Tyler from Dino Charge's dad.
No,
James.
Haley showed up. Haley showed up.
Yeah, but he disappeared again right after he did show up.
Yeah.
He came back though, but yeah, you're.
He got better.
He got better.
Seriously though, but yeah, guys, we understand. For you guys, it's a breaking point. And trust me, it is for us too. We're, looking, when you step back and you better, this has been a shit show, this series. And I am praying beyond hope to the seven Toku deities that they do something to fix this with Beast Morphers. But I'm also not holding my hopes that high, for crying out loud.
Yeah, given some things that were leaked this week, I'm still cause up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. So, but we have to take this one step at a time. One episode at a time. Was there good? Was there bad? In this case, there was both. So for me, bottom line, this episode, thumbs in the middle, leaning down.
Yeah, but my thumb is at the down position.
I'm giving it a thumbs in the middle just for that Victor and Monty payoff.
Oh, God.
Let me dream.
Let the man dream, damn it.
And Kira Crystal, let Akira.
Not everyone knows about the 7 Toku deities. Cut him a break. Akira,
instead of lampooning him in the chat, why don't you explain it on Discord for him? How about you be a little civil?
Instead of being a dick, why don't you actually be helpful, like a good fan base should be?
Yeah. How about explaining your case to Shinichiro Shirokura instead of chewing him out? Granted, he deserves some of that chewing out, but that's beside the point. And no, we're not letting that go.
Tell you what, before we move on to the emails, I will actually do what a good community does. And instead of being a dick and calling him out for not knowing, I will help and show him what the 7 Toku deities are with this image. Here, the 7 Toku deities. And to make it easier for anyone who doesn't know, starting from the left, we have Dan Kuroto, Furbus, Kamen Rider Gaim, Kenji Oba, Kabuto, Daijujin, and Zordon.
Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
AJ Styles!
So yeah, there you go. The 7 Toku deities that we pray and worship in our illustrious geek pantheon that we've created, because at this point, this is just one piece of the overall pantheon. This is just the Toku deities. We have a whole pantheon of gods that we worship.
Yep. It's like, why have one god when you can have 7? And yes, agreed, Akira Kobe. It is dope.
Oh, I put some work into that. Thank you. All right, now with that out of the way, Matty, hit the button.
Sure, it's time for your comments of the week. You can send them in the link provided in the chat room by typing !recap or in the description below. The rules are simple in the chat. Opinions only, no news or full summaries. Toku thoughts, questions only. No more than 2 or 3 questions per comments. No versus questions. No want to sees. That's very important. We don't want to talk about want to sees anymore. One email per episode. Keep your comments as brief as possible. Of course, all comments due at the start of the live program, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the beginning of the time of the day of the program. John, I believe you're kicking us off.
Yes, I am. We're going to start things off with Toku Mania. Running wild here. Hey, recap. Toku Mania here, and again, I didn't think this episode was bad. There were some stupid stuff in this episode, like at the beginning when Tynamon appears at their training spot. Seriously, if the villains know where their base is, why don't they attack? You know, that's a damn good point.
Thank you. Oh my God. You know what you're doing there, Toku Mania? You're geniusing.
You're geniusing, if you will.
You lay back, put your feet up, put your hands on your head, brother, if you will.
Indeed. There was also voice switching, and when Tynamon's voice came out of Levi, it sounded really cringy. Well, that's because Tynamon's voice sounds cringy on its own, even without being on Levi's ADR, even without being ADR'd on frickin' Levi.
Yeah.
Victor and Monty really didn't do anything interesting, but then again, when are they interesting? Oh!
Oh!
Boy!
Gonna need a sensu for that one.
Yeah. Poncho Mode debuted today. Nothing of importance happened today. Final rating, 3 out of 5. Sadly, next week is the Halloween special, so get ready for a feast of bullshit.
This is why I'm going to see Halloween tomorrow. I'm going to go see something good before I see something bad.
Indeed. All right, question time.
I will do my usual Halloween ritual of staying home, and actually I'm going to a Halloween party on Saturday, but next Saturday, but
Anyway.
Army of Darkness this weekend.
Anyway, So, question time. Number 1, favorite obscure toku other than Ryukendo and Tomoka.
I don't know. You can't get much obscure than that.
Yeah.
Favorite obscure.
You know what? I'll throw one out there. Even though it barely qualifies as a toku, it's more of a J-drama. Shibuya 15.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
It's got enough special effects to be technically a toku.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's got a lot of toku alumnuses.
including the man himself, Mark Faising Musashi.
And the lovely Yuri Haga, the Sean Bean of toku, because she dies and everything.
I got one or two I could throw in there, actually.
Go ahead.
We're talking truly obscure, right?
Oh boy, this be good.
One, Bishojo Kamen Poitrine.
Oh.
Okay, fair enough.
There's the raws are out there. It's obviously you can only discern what they're saying by just the body language and everything else. So yeah, please.
Real quick, Akira, I have one thing for you, sir.
Get out!
I was going to go with Joe Bob, but that works too.
That works too. And easy. I gave you my file if you know about this.
Oh yeah.
A show called Vanny Nights.
I watched a few episodes.
Basically,
it's good.
It's an independent toku, and the premise is a dude who plays a video game. But like basically everyone tries to play the same video game on the Dreamcast, and this guy happens to have the sword of power embedded in him, and every other evil player is trying to get him. But what gets in his way are 3 schoolgirls or school-age girls who happen to transform into knights. And basically, they look.
You got to see it for yourself.
Yeah, it's one of those things you have to search out for yourself. I got lucky and found all 20 episodes of the series that are available. So I got lucky there. Same way Easy got lucky with finding his source for the Los Luchadores episodes.
Yeah, those were not easy to find.
They were not easy to find. That one, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either.
Anyway.
Oh, and Dynaman, another one. Wecker. Yeah, that's another one I could recommend.
Jiku Keisatsu Wecker.
Wow, I have not heard of that in years.
Our fan base is very
Time
good.
travel. So I'm going to say there.
Oh, yeah. I saw an episode or 2 of it, but I remember it.
Anyway, second question here. Scariest thing in Toku you've seen? Well...
Chodeno, absolutely frightening. That scene in episode Yellow broke me. That's all I'm going to say.
Though, to be fair, if you want to talk about scary in Toku, you just watch any episode of Garo. You're pretty much covered there.
Yeah. I don't know. That one look, and I don't know. It's not supposed. I don't know if it was supposedly scary, but that one look that Tomoko and Forze gave the Kamen Rider Club while she was looking up the window, that was pretty terrifying.
Oh God.
I don't think it was supposed to be, but yeah.
Yeah.
Creepy goth chick. Yeah.
Anyway.
And of course, Spider Fangire.
Oh.
Less said about that.
That's a scary and more creepy. Anyway. Question number 3, I'm kind of... well, what other Toku are you interested in riffing after you finish Gavan and Hurricaneger?
We might have to cut out the classics because you people keep leaving during them. Don't think we didn't notice.
Yeah! You think we don't notice that bullshit?
That's kind of dickish if you ask me.
Sorry, folks, but we noticed that shit too.
That hurts.
And that's some of our, our riffs of Gavan are some of the funniest stuff we can pull out of our ass, too.
Yeah.
even if you've seen Gavon before, you're just watching it with some extra commentary to give it an extra laugh. And rest assured, even I can pull out some real good ones during Gavon and Hurricane.
You've been pulling out some A material in the last few weeks when we did Gavon.
Agreed.
Yeah. No.
And I can't believe I'm quoting Master Roshi here from DBZ Abridged. You have got to learn to appreciate the classics. It's what separates the fanboys from the connoisseurs.
And we're not naming any particular names. Ultimate Geek, we understand. If you have classes, that's one thing. We're not blaming you.
If you have classes or early work, you're excused. If you don't have an excuse, come on, people. It's Gavon. We're riffing 80s Toku.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll keep it going if you guys promise to watch it on demand. Make us feel like we're not wasting our time, because those are my nights off. I sacrifice my Sunday nights off for you people. Make it worth it.
Yeah.
Because I don't get many nights off. Seriously, when I'm not sleeping, I'm working. And when I'm not working, I'm working on Toku time. So, yeah. Free time is non-existent.
Anyway.
Basically, this free time will be coming in a couple of weeks.
Oh, you better damn sure. Great that. You're still down for 18 holes.
I don't care how broke I am. I'm going to enjoy my time in Florida. If it's just sitting around, just not doing anything in Florida, I'm like, how's your weekend? I didn't do anything. That must have been boring. Yup, and I enjoyed every damn minute of it.
Yep, good old vet session. Am I right, Matty?
Yeah, right.
Yepper.
All right. Well, we'll answer that question of the day once we get close to the end of the series. But let's move on from there. That's it for Tokumania. Next up is Solar Star.
I'll throw one in there. Flashman. Why would love to riff that?
Yes, agreed.
Solar Star here, and remember when Levi was held captive by Matamodius? One would think he would get the power up in a similar manner than that Kinji did, but it doesn't look like it was going to be that way.
Yep.
Honestly, that would have been better. I mean, I know we call them out for cribbing from the Sentai, but I think it would have worked a little bit better than Mick. It's like, oh, here, have a free upgrade. Mick, you're turning into Gosei. Stop it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where did you come up with that idea anyway?
There's a simple explanation for that.
Damn it, Gosei!
Yeah. This is where you outline your entire series and you go from A to Z and build off them bones, folks.
Anyway, moving on.
Wheel of Morality, turn. Tell us the lesson the kiddies must learn. And the actual retail price of the story is... Wait, wrong show. And the moral of the story is... Holy shit! The gloves are coming off with this one. No matter how different, strange, or unpopular someone is, you should never bully them for whatever reason. Some people can hold grudges for a long time, and one push to the limit, the person getting picked on or the picked on can, respond with violence. There have been cases where some have committed suicide and can go homicidal. Didn't we talk about that last week?
Yeah, well, all things considered, yeah, AKA my daughter right now.
Wow.
By the way, John, give her a big fat hug for me.
Oh, you know I will, brother.
Agreed. Tell her Uncle Ryder gives his best.
Trust me,
In fact, if there's a way to bring her to Ranger Stop, even just for the one day on Sunday, bring her.
We'll talk. But that being said, I will say that she has seen the response from family, friends, and from people online, and she has been very much appreciative of that. Anyway, moving on.
This episode, 3 cowboy ponchos out of 5. Less than a stellar way for Levi to receive his power up. And instead we get a lame life lesson about bullying. Speaking of bullying, the people who were supposed to be ruining are trolling and laughing at the misfortunes of the designated bullies. It's called comeuppance. It's called the receipt, folks. Sorry.
Like we said, instant karma is going to get you.
Uh-huh. I found the scene with the principal and the other students going along with a plague charade just to mess with Victor and Monty rather sickening. What lesson are you trying to teach here, Saban? Are you making the, quote, heroes just as bad or worse than the supposed bullies?
See, I could kind of understand where you're coming from in that, Solar Star.
Yeah.
I really can. And in some ways, you are correct that just seems kind of dumb. But let's think about what Victor and Monty has done throughout this entire series and all the bullshit they pull. At some point, you're just going to throw your arms and go, fuck it, and just give them their comeuppance here. That's basically what this is. How many times has Victor and Monty pissed her off to no end? To where...
How much property damage have they done to the school?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how naive do they think to believe a simple joke? It's just a lost voice. They could have just easily said, "Oh, it's just a weird case of phlebitis or like a bad throat or a very, very sore throat," which can happen. You could actually, cramp your vocal cords. I don't know what the other word would be for, but you get the idea.
I heard my voice one time yelling too much for recording lines for a review. I didn't lose my voice, but I was raspy for a few days.
Many a time at a wrestling event, my voice would be hoarse the next day because I would be screaming my lungs off or just trying to talk to the guy next door because it's so freaking loud in the damn building. So,
hey, it's a wrestling event. You're supposed to scream.
In that respect, fine. But remember, it's the rule of who started it. Victor and Monty started it. They started everything to try to get their own gain, to make themselves look big. This is the entire school returning the favor. Yes, it's off. Yes, the parents will probably take a shit on him. Wait a minute, what parents?
Turnabout's fair play. If you're going to pull pranks on the school, then you better know how to play the game.
Yeah. This is, at the end of the day, after 36, 37, 38 episodes, whatever.
Something like that.
Of Ninja Steel / Super Ninja Steel combined. Yeah, the receipt, ladies and gentlemen. After all the shit, the fact that they're rolling up in mud, allegedly, the way they were selling it made it, But the way they were selling it and everything else, the fact that they were walking around like idiots in hazmat suits all afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, a harmless rib like this, tip of the iceberg. Let the whole school have a laugh at them.
As someone who has been laughed at behind his back more times than I care to mention, sometimes it's uncalled for, but this time it was called for.
Anyway, let's move on.
Anyway, this episode gets received that no questions from Solar Star here. Next up, it's Sayla, everybody.
Sayla.
Yay!
It's Sayla.
Awesome.
Well, this was an interesting episode, though Victor and Monty and those kids pissed me off when they were making fun of Levi's voice. That's just,
honey, don't sugarcoat it. We know it sucked.
that's just being due to bad experiences, though. The Fusion Star came into play. Even the idiots in Overdrive were never stupid enough to drop their stuff where the villains could pick it up. Hell has frozen over. I complimented Overdrive on something.
Well, I hate to say it, but dropping items in the midst of battle has kind of become a Toku trope in the recent years, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
Also, lull between Victor and Monty's antics. I'm surprised they haven't driven the principal to drink yet. Who says she's not?
Well,
Sorry to say that.
that or smoke.
Yeah.
Rumor has it she's up to 2 packs a day unfiltered.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I like what tells you she doesn't have like a very well curated bourbon bar in her basement downstairs.
I know, right?
What the hell do you think they do in the teachers' lounge? Sleep? Well, they probably did great.
Yeah, Solarstar's right. What makes you think she doesn't have a bottle of whiskey in her desk?
I know I would.
Anyway, Power Rangers, while this was a good attempt, you want a good example of screwing with voices? Look at what Ursula did in the first Little Mermaid movie.
Oh my God, yes. Perfect example.
I do like that the episode was trying to say you can do whatever no matter what if you have a disability. Wahoo! Sooner Beast Morpher starts, sooner we are rid of Saban and Keneal, though I heard, according to the wiki, take that with a grain of salt, that he didn't do the theme for Super Ninja Steel, and it was someone named Pierre Desmats. I think she's talking about the battle theme, not the theme song, because the theme song's...
I was gonna say. And remember, kids, if it's on Wikipedia, it must be true!
Anyway. Well, she did say take it with a grain of salt. Anyway. I'll give this episode an average. Good idea, but could have been done better. Until next time, takes off in her F-91 Gundam.
I'm jealous.
Hell all the way.
How many Gundams you got in your garage anyhow?
Yo!
I knew it. Sayla's garage is full of Gundams.
Anyway, that's it for Sayla. Next up is Ranger fan Nathan.
Okay, guys, I'm excited to talk about this past week's episode. I mean, come on, it's the return of Gridman. Hold on a second. Someone is whispering in my ear. So apparently I have to talk about Ninja Steel. So here it goes. I had that little extra crap in there for you there, but hope you enjoy that. I didn't mind this week's episode. So apparently the Ninja Stars are voice activated. When the monster said I was thinking they were just making this shit up, but then Sarah confirmed later on that episode. I'm not gonna even waste brain power trying to remember this was ever confirmed in earlier episodes.
Spoiler alert, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
We would know.
Whoever came up with the idea of voice to keep the kids' voice, Levi's voice, still the monster's voice, is a genius. No offense to kid actors from New Zealand. This was just an easier way to work around their accents. I give the kids props that they did a good job mimicking the words. I did laugh at the end when Victor got nailed in the head with a soccer ball. Is there anyone to say they didn't at least smirk when Victor and Monty both said that it's getting in my mouth?
Phrasing! Boom!
I didn't even notice that. No, that's not phrasing.
You know,
that's not phrasing. That's Deadpool. That came out wrong.
Or did it?
No, when I first watched this episode, I'm like, I knew it was mud, but I'm like, it's in my mouth. I'm like, oh, good Lord. It's a crap joke. And then I rewatched it again. I'm like, no, it's mud. It's mud. It's just a pile of, it's a dirt pile, but ooh. Yes, phrasing in, that came out wrong, and then moving on. Question, speaking of Gridman, is there any Toku series that you think would succeed as an anime?
Ooh, that's actually a good one.
Funny you should say that, because someone said to open more minds to Kamen Rider, they should make an anime version of the Kamen Rider Spirits manga.
Ooh.
So then I say yes and no, because there's no guarantees it would get brought over here. I mean, I don't see Funimation jumping on that, let alone Viz or Sentai Filmworks or what have you. Ha! Sentai Filmworks. Ha.
I've always had a laugh out of that because of that.
Yep. But anyway, the point is, it would be interesting to see, not going to lie, but that would be my voice. I would agree. Kamen Rider Spirits, I would love to see. I would love to see that. I mean, if we can get a freaking Kikaider anime, why not? We got a Skullman anime. A lot of Ishinomori's work has been translated over to anime. Hell, Cyborg 009. So why not?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
Hell, actually, you actually brought up Kikaider, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they did. That was a Toku that turned into an anime. That turned into a Toku and an anime. It's a long story, I think.
and then into a crappy movie that we will not discuss.
I'll end it by saying, go watch New Gridman anime. It's pretty good, and it's got some nice Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad Easter eggs.
I've heard about that.
I will be keeping my eyes peeled on that, actually, because I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm pretty much gonna be wrapping up Black Cat, not this next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. After Black Cat is done, Gridman's on next.
I really need to start watching that. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I'll let you know.
Send us a link there, bud.
Well, we will do. So maybe some of you fuckers will actually start watching Anime Takeover.
Ooh.
Don't think
Wow.
Hey, I see my viewing numbers for Anime Takeover. They're lucky to break 10 digits. They're lucky to break double digits sometimes. In fact, let's check. Let us check the current viewing numbers for this week's Anime Takeover. I want to let you guys know. I want you guys to hear how much appreciation I feel from you guys when it comes to my videos. I'm not saying some of you guys, none of you guys watch it, but let's see. Monday was right. Actually, that's this coming Monday. 10 views. Tuesday 9. Wednesday 4. Today's video 7. Most of my videos can't even break 20. Again, I'm not saying none of you guys watch, but very few of you do. And Sayla, this time, excuse don't fly. These videos are up all the time. You can go back and watch them at your own leisure. There's no...
Okay, John, simmer down.
I'm sorry,
It's okay.
He's extra salty.
Hey, I don't blame you.
You understand as well as anybody. Anyway.
Oh, if I could post these videos on YouTube, I doubt I'd put much better. Because they'd be butchered to hell and back. But anyway.
That's it for Ranger Fan Nathan. Next up is Red Rob Likes Disney.
Hey, recappers, here's my results for Happy to Be Me. Okay, this is harmless, and sure, there's lots you can laugh about. Sure, the concept of body switching isn't new unless this brings something else new and definitely delivered. It has no toilet humor from Victor and Monty, but they substitute it with a Breaking Bad reference. Seriously, that's 3 episodes in a row with pop culture references. Overall, this is harmless. So I'll give this episode 9 out of 10 de-aging guns from Sky High. Wow, you're generous.
Ooh, all right.
All right then. Hey, if you liked it, I'm not gonna shame you for it. Well, that's it for me.
Sky High reference for the win.
Yeah. Well, that's it for me. May the power protect you. So see ya. And with that, we move on to 8X Spider.
Hey, nothing wrong with making reference to Kurt Russell movies.
Yep, nothing wrong there.
Or Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell works too. All right, so hey guys, hey Doc once again, and let's just say this episode didn't interest me. I did like how they introduced Levi's new form, but the voice he was stuck with the episode. No, just no. You had one shot to redeem yourself, Saban, and you threw it right in the goddamn trash. As for my final rating on this, I'm gonna have to give this a D. Well, that's it for me. See you guys later. Straight to the point. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, somewhat effective.
Next up, Keith.
Keith Inman up next. Hey guys, no time to waste, so let's go. Victor and Monty. Given how the principal and the students were full on mocking the two stupidity, all I can say is, Jesus, even Kaplan, Miss Appleby, and the Angel Grove High School students weren't this cruel to Bulk and Skull. I could argue that.
Debatable. That's debatable.
Debatable. Yeah, I'm not going to say you're entirely wrong, but it's debatable. Anyway, Brody's one-liners. I honestly believe the only reason Brody is spewing out one-liners before the fights is that he's trying to look badass to the people who actually watch Galaxy Warriors in this show's universe, and I'm pretty sure the audience there is sick of them too.
Wow, Brody's pulling a Roman Reigns.
Wow.
Prove me wrong.
No, you're not. You're not. That being said...
Gonna need a sensu for that one.
Oof. Anyway, the music. One thing I noticed about the music this time is that it feels muted, particularly when the theme is being used for the Megazord finisher. Maybe the audio department finally realized that Gnome Keneal's music is awful and tried to find ways to make it barely audible in some scenes. Oh!
I'd buy that for $1.
Amen to that! Anyway, he finishes up. Question for all. Do you guys feel like these two seasons are a combination of the worst elements of the Dino Charge and Megaforce seasons? It's starting to feel that way, isn't it?
Starting to feel that way, and oh my god, hot start, dull finish.
I can't believe
That's
I'm
where it's
saying this. I can't believe I'm saying this, but can we spice up this show with a couple hair explosions?
Oh!
I know, right?
Ow! Ow! Oh, the truth hurts. The truth hurts.
That hurt me more than it hurt you.
Ow! Oh. Anyway, that's it.
Yeah, spoiler for my review of the series. Sharp start, dull finish. There you go.
Anyway, that's it for Keith. Next up is Eltrax Millennium.
By the time you read this, I'll probably be tired as hell after working on my Akiba Green cosplay. I'm on the helmet as we speak. P.S. Shades, I'll get to work on finishing the Eneton prop for Lady K, but I need to get more floor mat foam to finish it. So I'm going to be up to my waist in foam bits at this rate.
I'm sure she'll appreciate that once it's done.
Anyway, this episode. Lately, I've been trying to wrap my head around why I sort of defect.
Sorry, just talking to Lady K. Here, I'll mute my mic for a minute.
Go ahead.
Continue.
Carry on.
Lately, I've been trying to wrap my head around why I've sort of, quote, defended Ninja Steel and why I can't hate some episodes. Other fans absolutely despise and want Ninja Steel to die in a fire. Likewise, I can't hate this episode either because I will agree it probably needed some rewrites here and there, i.e. the voice lock on the Ninja Stars. Kind of reminds me of the time of the Time Force, where Conway took Eric's voice in the Quantum Morpher to control the Q-Rex, with Tianamon doing the same.
Ha ha! Great minds, Eltrax.
Yeah,
you were too sweet for that.
I did like how they kept the kid actor for Levi Aiden around. So neat touch.
Oh yeah, that was the same person, wasn't it?
That was, yeah.
Clever.
I did like the original morph sequence for the poncho of Doom, and I kind of like Calvin getting Lion Fire last week. So there's no bullshit with the Ninja Nexus Prism this time. Just Mick working on things in the background, which I don't hate. I actually loved how Principal Hastings even hates Victor and Monty's antics by this point too. Makes you wonder why she hasn't expelled them yet.
That's right? A legitimately good question. Why hasn't she?
Yeah.
They've gotten in trouble. They've, again, the aforementioned property damage, and the janitor must be rich from all that overtime from cleaning up their messes.
Oh no shit!
And all of a sudden,
that time and a half adds up.
And all of a sudden, the guy who owns the building is like, it's all about the money.
Anyway,
you guys heard that, I'm sure.
Yes.
Anyway, this episode kind of felt kind of harmless to me. Probably did feel something if I didn't already beat my ass trying to finish commissions and cosplay projects. So I got for now, straight C. I'm going back to working on commissions, Akiba Green and Eneton prop. And I did see some behind the scenes photo leaks from Beast Morphers. I won't talk about it here, but
thank you.
One shot I saw thanks to a friend of mine on Twitter. I am happy in my head place.
I know of what you speak.
You might want to send me that tweet because I think I missed it. By the way, you are going to look awesome in that Akiba Green, bro.
Amen to that.
Agreed.
I saw some of the progress pics. Good work so far, bud. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Savage Queen herself, yeah. Ultimate nerd girl,
Yeah. Hey guys, it's me, Ulti. kind of doing this at the last minute because I have college assignments and other stuff that's keeping me preoccupied, but I do have a specific set of words.
Say no more. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
Yeah, I got the t-shirt and the coffee mug. But I do have a specific set of words I need to say about episode 17. First, let me begin by internally screaming and banging my head up against the wall. Super Ninja Steel. What the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? This is the one thing I actually had interest in for the season, and you royally fucked it up! I am done! I was gonna give this season a chance, but I have maxed out the level of fucking bullshit I can take! Fuck this episode, and fuck this season! Final rating, negative 100 out of 10!
You got the -5 stars one button in there.
Let me check. I think I do. Do I have that one saved in here? No.
I think Ozzy just pulled an SCU, Matty.
Indeed. Yeah. And yes, Matty, I do.
-5 stars.
Yeah, this is the worst season of Power Rangers I have ever sat through.
SCU.
Anyway.
SCU.
Anyway. Hasbro, please, for the love of Tendo Sochi, save us from this mediocrity. Or else I am giving up on Power Rangers and just sticking to the Sentai. Because at this rate, I've come up with better fanfics than these seasons. Now I can finally breathe and relax. All right, Ulti, I'm gonna warn you right now. Do not go into Beast Morphers thinking it's gonna save you. Give it a couple seasons. All right? Just
clean slate.
Yeah, give it a couple seasons before you judge. Anyway, question. What do you think is a good example of how to do romance in Sentai, and what would you say is a bad example of romance in Sentai?
You're going to hate me for this, Ulti, but the romance they're doing in Ninja Steel right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, if there's one thing they're doing right now is the relationship between Calvin and Zoe.
They're not shoving it down your throat, nor are they hinting at it for an ever, Megaforce.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Didn't even really give us a good payoff for it either, fuckers.
Nope.
Yeah.
Hell, there was better payoff in Samurai, i.e. none.
Yeah, Samurai and Megaforce had the same fucking problem, really. Hell,
Hell, I'm going to come right out and say it, people. The way Mike was chasing Emily. I mean, hell, you saw it in Clash of the Red Rangers. He was worried that RPM Red, a.k.a. Scott, was going to take his girl. He's like, I see the way she looks at you, bro. And then he's all jumping happily. I'm sorry, folks, but that's bordering on stalker.
Yeah.
I think he overdid it a little. And I could make a Heck David Jr. joke right now, but that's beneath me.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going there. We're not those kind of assholes. We're assholes. We're not those kind of assholes. Anyway, and that's all for today. I'll see you guys around, and if you excuse me, I have 2 streams to prepare for. Walks through a mirror.
I see what you did there. Nice.
Indeed. Anyway, next up is Master Rider Blue.
Oh, you already sent in a comment. Oh, okay.
And I checked. Actually, I think he said this one earlier. It just didn't go through right away because the timestamp shows it at 8:06, but it came in after DL bots, which was at 8:32. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
You sure? I got Die Hard Gamer next.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, did I skip one?
Ooh.
Oh, you're right. I did. Holy crap. It must not have popped up on my screen. Thank you, Matty. You almost caused me to skip an email. Sorry there, Die Hard. Go ahead, Matty.
You cut it close there, Blue.
Then again, he sent his in, and DLBot sent his in after, I think, is what happened.
Something.
Hey there, everybody. Die Hard here. I don't have anything to say about this week's episode. There's something I really need to get off my chest. Rit mood engaged. So all the dipshits who were rude and decided to be entitled bricks to Shirokura, get your entitled heads out of your entitled assholes. Go back to school and take some business classes to learn how business actually works. Being rude and entitled shitheads never, and I do mean never, get you what you want in the end.
He's right, you know.
What we were saying earlier.
Not wrong.
I remember one fan tweeted to me after I went on my little tirade about Shirakuri yesterday. He said, man, they should put Kamen Rider on Adult Swim and Shout Factory should release the DVDs. I said, from a business standpoint, that would not work. Toei wants to make sure they're going to get a return on their investments. That's money out of their pocket, and there's no guarantees. That's the big thing here. Not also time. There's no guarantees. There's no Vince McMahon level guarantees here.
Exactly.
I seriously wish that these people would get through their thick skulls that no matter how much we want Kamen Rider to be successful outside Japan, among other things, at the end of the day, all that it boils down to is that these companies have to have their hands on occupier businesses first and foremost, and I wish that people would start realizing that by now. The bottom line is that we have to keep supporting the official releases from folks like Shout Factory, Discotech Media, and Kraken releasing to show them that we want more of this stuff and to show them that the business ventures with the original right holders are going to be worth it. This has been Die Hard Gamer, and thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Good one.
But here's the thing, Die Hard. You sure that you sure your TED Talk? You sure it's a TED Talk? Because most TED Talks I've watched, other than maybe Adam Savage's, made no sense. You ever watch one of those things? It's someone talking about their thing for like half an hour, and you expect them to think that to be enriched.
Yeah, I've seen several of them on Twitter, and I will agree. A good majority of them are indeed bullshit.
Hey, if they told me to do a TED Talk, I was okay, fair enough, but I got to make sure it's worth it.
Exactly. Also, add a moratorium to that. Just even if we get Kamen Rider over here legally in the States, you think they're going to start selling the toys over here? I don't think so.
Nope.
I think deep down that's what we all want. We just want cheap, efficient Kamen Rider toys over here in the States. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
You'll need it.
You'll need it. Anyway, I think we got a triple case of Did You Know?
That Jodouin was the first season since Shoriki Sentai Ranger to have a Black Ranger as its sixth Ranger.
I'd argue that O-Ranger 6 was gold, not black.
Monster Menos.
Yeah.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column E.
Yeah. Besides, they called it King Ranger in the first place, so
King, Japanese kanji for gold. Ha 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 ha. Japanese wordplay. It's fun.
It's fun. Then did you know that Haruka Kuno used to be a member?
You missed one. Missed one in between.
Oh no, okay, yeah. Also, well, thank you, Chase. Thank you for the return. Did you also know that Jodouin was the first season since Aba Ranger to have a full evil sixth Ranger?
Damn, that is a long period of time.
I know, right?
Did you know that Haruka Kuno used to be a member of the immensely popular J-pop idol group Morning Musume? And that Lupin Ranger was about to Ranger was their debut as an actress.
Holy shit, I know that group! I've done an AMV feature in that group! I have to go back and see if she was part of that group. Excuse me, man, I'm checking something.
Haruka, I believe, is the lady in yellow, I believe?
I need to check this now.
So I think, well, actually it stands to reason a lot of actors and actresses in Sentai either started out with Prince of Tennis, stage show, or they were part of a pop idol group or an Ikemen group, aka a bunch of handsome gentlemen. Mm-hmm. Loosely translated.
Yeah, all right.
They usually cut their teeth on pop idol groups before they start acting.
All right.
And Jessica's actress was her senpai, this says Flutter fan.
Wow. The more you know.
right, looks like no. Looks like this case, she wasn't a part of the group at the time of the song I was thinking of. Morning Musume has rotated many of its members out throughout the years, and one of the songs that I know they've done is a song called Mikan, because I've done a video of that song, or an AMV featuring that song, and she was not part of the group at that time.
All right, that does it for Die Hard Gamer. Made to power protect you is what he says. How do you want to handle the last two here? We got Masked Rider Blue and
since his email is, or since Masked Rider Blue's comment is very short, you handle that.
I think, yeah, I could do that. Hello, Recap. So Masked Rider Blue is next. Hello, Recappers. I got some questions. One, do you know about Legend Hero, a Chinese toku style show? Legend Hero. It's really good, and it's all on YouTube, he says.
I know of it.
Oh, you know of it?
Yeah. It's Legend Hero, Armor Hero. It's basically China's attempt to cash in on tokusatsu. I watched some of it. Some of the forms and upgrades and weapons are actually kind of cool. But I've never really sat down and watched an entire series of it. I've had too much on my plate.
Also, I'm going to go ahead and stop right there, Matty, because the other two questions are want-to-sees.
Newbie mistake, no big deal.
Yeah, we won't.
For the sake of argument, what were they?
Number 2, what anime would be best in a toku-style series? And number 3, what Kamen Rider theme would be cool that we haven't seen yet?
Yeah,
want-to-sees. And he did bring up that he was still new to this. No big deal, just no want-to-sees or Masked Rider Blue.
Yeah, we won't get on your case for it, but just for future reference, that is what we mean by want-to-sees there at Masked Rider Blue. We do not, anything like that where it's like, what would we want to see done this way? That is a want-to-see. That is no longer allowed on these comments because, quite frankly, they're so broad and they've been asked so many goddamn times that honestly, we're just tired of answering them.
We've been getting the same want-to-see questions for 5 years. Frankly, we're a little sick of it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for Masked Rider Blue. And next up is our good friend DL Bot.
Indeed, DL Bot wrapping things up here. Hey there, everybody. I'm back. And while I would cover the other episodes I missed out on the past few recaps, I'm just going to assume most of them were lackluster and not worth my time. If there were some good ones, please let me know. No, you're good. You haven't missed anything. Hell, I haven't even watched this week's episode, but I'm judging it based on what I've seen in several clips. Levi gets his voice taken away by Tynamon, who uses it to control one of the combination stars to create a monster. Preston turns Levi into a kid. Levi games the... Hey! Dialbot!
Hey. Who's reviewing this show? Who's recapping this?
Yeah, Dialbot, you're breaking rule number 1.
You know better than that.
Come on, bud. We told you, no full summaries. You're full summarizing.
Yeah. So, he tried to do the whole thing, like recapping all that, and it was like, I puked the end. Sound about right? But still, dude.
I think that's what it's, yeah.
You could have given 3 points about it. Then you could have done blah, 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 or yada, yada, yada there. I puke the end. That would have worked.
Yeah.
I'm not a long way around there.
We're going to finish your email for the hell of it, because, well, that's what we do. But I think I need to hit a certain button. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, Dalebot.
You broke the rules. Now I pull out all your pubic hair. You motherfucker.
Don't do that again. Next time we won't. Put it simply, you pull that crap again, we're skipping the riddles. I will punish you, and then the rest of the chat will punish you for doing that. You're getting a break this time. Anyway, though he says, though I kind of like Tynamon using Levi's voice. Can we keep Jordy Webb in a voice future villains? I'm not against that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
He does a good villain voice. It's not your generic Bradley voice.
Amen to that. Anyway, seriously, what happened here? The season started off okay at least, and then it's just nose diving into crap. Hey, maybe next week's episode might be worth watching. Sees it's a clip show. Son of a bitch!
Famous last words.
Yeah.
Peace Morphers, get here soon, please. All right.
You guys know if Beast Morphers underperforms or is underwhelmed, it's on you, right?
Yeah, you guys are all jinxing it. You realize that. See, we're going in, okay, guys, let's not get our hopes too high here. Beast Morphers has got the same running staff. It's a transitional period. Let's not get hasty. All you like, Beast Morphers will save us! Fuck. You guys are all going to be disappointed. I'm telling you right now.
It's the anti-deep hurting button.
Right?
It's the anti-mass.
I'm warning you guys. You guys are setting yourselves up for disappointment. We're all prepared over here. The three of us, we're bracing ourselves. We know what's coming. You guys are all like, Hasbro will save us all. No, they won't. Not yet, anyway. Anyway.
They gotta assess what they got first before they turn the lemon into lemonade, folks.
Indeed. Anyway. Now, this would be where I do the riddles, but my creative juices have been running dryly recently, so I'm just going to give you a keyword puzzle. Speaking of, it is time for a keyword puzzle! All right, folks. Let me get this put up in the chat here. Get that ready. Okay. So for this one, let me get the button prepped. Where is my... I know I put it in here. Where's my keyword button? Did I not set it up in here? Oh, god damn it. All right, give me a sec. I have to prep this. I want to make sure I have this ready. There. Okay. All right. So as usual, think outside the box. Yada yada. Then again, it's wild card. Anything goes. You guys don't have a baseline, so just think outside the box, and you guys should be fine. Anyway. Keyword: gold, king, metal.
Think about it. Talk it out. Wow, that didn't take long.
Then again, we were talking about him not about 20 minutes ago.
True. No,
Really, guess by Sailor, though.
Yeah, though I don't see how a king fits into that, so I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, we got a winner!
Oh!
We have a winner! Where's my... King Ghidorah, KR36! KR36 got it!
Also, was gold, he was a king, and he had a metal third head installed after he lost one of his own.
Yeah. Also, DL
By the way, for the record, I like my keyword win better.
I didn't have that one.
I'll send you it.
Send me it later. Anyway, that being said, DL Butt did also add this. If you guys managed to get this one, then Evan, since Evan Under Gale was the one who sent this, Dave! I told you this was a bad idea for a keyword answer given last week's puzzle. I told you! Congrats if you managed to guess the correct answer regardless.
Wow!
Why we roasted Evan Under Gale? It's a good one.
Because we did a Godzilla one last week as well.
That's
true. Yeah, that's why. Anyway, now, if you're turning teenagers into kids by using a magic spell to get their voice back, well, you're shaking hands with danger. Thank you, Matty. I'll make sure to add that in later.
There we go.
Construction jokes. Actually, that gives me an idea.
Yeah, you might want to pull those up now because we're about ready to finish up.
It's all right. I got this one memorized.
Fair enough. That being said, Matty, hit the button and I'll send us home.
Sure, those were your comments of the week. You can send them at the link provided in the chat room, typing !recap, or at the bottom of the page for the rules and everything else that goes on and how you can actually see what goes on in the next few days. Here's the shades.
Thank you, my friend. Yes, folks, as he said, you guys know how to send them in. Here's the rules. Remember, opinions only, no news or full summaries, dear bot. Toku questions only. No more than 2 to 3 questions per comment. No versus questions or expectations or want-to-sees. One comment per person. Keep your comments as brief as possible, roughly around 350 words or less. And remember that all comments are due by the start of the live show, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, next Thursday. And with that, we are going to wrap things up here tonight. If you want to know what's going on the rest of this week here on RVTV, the schedule is currently in the chat. You can use !schedule to pull it up yourself at any time. So make sure you do that. And of course, if you enjoyed tonight's show and you haven't done so already, make sure you give us a follow to keep up with all of our streams and more. And if you can, subscribe to get access to our exclusive Twitch emotes and our VIP Discord channels. But that is going to do it for us here today. So, Easy, I heard something about construction jokes.
I have a couple others for that, but yeah, I do have those.
Ooh, all right.
I have a couple. And a kid joke. I can throw in a kid joke.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Well, that's going to do it for the Ranger Recap tonight. Until next week, I'm Easy Rider reminding you that if you love something, set it free. But if you love something and it sits on your couch and eats all your food and doesn't do anything, you either married it or gave birth to it.
Oh!
Did you guys hear the one about the 2 blondes working on the house? Well, one of them pulls a nail out of her tool belt and sees it's pointing the wrong way before she goes to hammer it, so she throws it away. The other blonde looks at her and goes, "What are you doing?" She says, "This nail is not pointing towards the house. I threw it away. It's defective." And the blonde goes, "You idiot, that's not how it works. If the nail's pointing towards the other side, if pointing that way, it goes on the other side of the house."
Oh!
Married couple searches their little boy's room. Finds an S&M magazine under his bed. That the parents are concerned, thinking about it's like what do we do? It's like what do we do here? Like, he's into S&M. What do we do? The concerned mom asks, looking at her husband, and the husband goes, "Well, don't spank him."
I missed that. Damn it. I think I cut off. You guys cut off.
Oh.
Well, you'll hear it in the recording.
Yeah.
I'm Easy Rider reminding you that the fan sub will never die. We are your Ranger Recappers. We will see you next week. And as always, help control the Ranger population. Steal your ninjas as soon as possible. And as always, may the power protect you. We'll see you.
Special thanks to Eric Vaughn for their Patreon donations. Donate today so you can keep these streams going. Also, thanks to Easy's patrons, including Chris Lee, Chris Rolls, Michael Antignano, Stephen Harris, Galen Hanna, Alonzo Tompkins, Anthony Guidman, Matthew Goling Long, Dino, and super shout out to Eric Vaughn and Shane Thompson for their support.
What a voice! Young Homer's gonna make me a millionaire! Ninja!
Trying to want to use some kind of spell on you. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Dag nabbit!